So, over this past weekend, I had the absolute pleasure of watching The Lighthouse, starring Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. Both of them were absolutely incredible in this movie. Let's just go ahead and start off with their performances because they both were so good. They both were just amazing. Like, I hope that both of them do get nominated for Best Actor, or actually Willem Dafoe would probably get nominated for Best Supporting Actor, if anything, and then Robert Pattinson would get nominated for Best Actor. Both of them completely deserve this. They were so good in their characters' performances. Like, some of the best performances I've seen this entire year, hands down. So, well done to them in that, because they were incredible. They were absolutely incredible in this movie, and they both deserve to get the support and the recognition for that. Yeah, the performances were great. Really, this movie is only about these two characters. Like, we don't really see anybody else in this film, in this story. So they totally had to carry this movie all the way, and they did so in a very successful way. This film was a really interesting film, and I still don't necessarily know what I think about it, because there's so much going on that you think that from face value, just looking at this movie, which is about two dudes who are, basically running a lighthouse off an island, and it's about their descent into madness. That's kind of what the gist of this movie is about. You'd think that seeing this movie at face value, you'd just be like, okay, what's the big deal about this movie? There is so much going on within this film that it's not a simple movie. It really isn't. It isn't really just about two dudes in a lighthouse and them descending into madness. There's so much allegory and hidden meaning and themes and imagery and visualizations that this movie is packed. It is so packed with so much that I really do need to see this movie again to give a better explanation of what I think. You could have any sort of interpretation about this story by the time it's over. Like, it's so hard to say exactly what this film is trying to say or represent. And I'm just being completely honest here. Like, when I was done with this movie, the first thing I did was I turned to my friend who was with me, and I was just like, what the F did we just watch? Because I had no idea. I had some opinions about what this film was trying to say, but at the same time, I don't know. I have to see this film again to really give a more concrete answer about what this film is trying to say. And because of that, I loved it. I love this film because of that, because I like films that make me think. I like films that make me try to mull over them and try to process what they're thinking. It's like they give you so much substance to think about in this film. And I loved that about this. I loved that they did that in this movie. So, if you enjoy movies that make you think, that make you try to actually like reflect on what the film is trying to say, I highly recommend this film. It's not a boring movie at all. It's super entertaining. It does look like this. It's black and white. It looks like it's from the 40s or 50s or something. But it is a highly entertaining movie, and I feel like there's a lot of I don't know. There's just so much in this film to try to digest, and I fully don't understand what this film is trying to say. I don't. So I'm just being completely honest about that. But I do really recommend this movie because it is an entertaining movie, and there's just so much in this film to try to think about. Honestly, besides that, I don't really have anything else to say at this point. Like, from a technical standpoint and from an acting standpoint, it was great. The writing was superb as well. Whoever wrote this, which I don't know the name of the writer off the top of my head, did an absolutely incredible job, because the best thing about this movie is that as these characters are descending into madness, you yourself feel like you are descending into madness with them. And so because of that, the writing was stellar. It was so good. So whoever the writer is, like I said, I don't know the name of the writer off the top of my head. Absolutely incredible job on that. And man, like this movie's has had a huge impact on me. It really did. And I don't even understand fully why, which is why I need to see it again. And if I do see it again, then I'll probably give a more clarified review. But for now, I just have to say, I recommend going to see this movie so that we can talk about it. If you have seen The Lighthouse, let me know in the comments below what you think about it so that we can talk about it in the comments, because I would love to hear what you have to say about it. I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. It might go up after a second viewing, after I kind of have more of a chance to process what this movie is saying. But for now, it's just going to be a 4.5 out of 5. But I still do highly recommend going to check this movie out if it is in a theater near you, because it is absolutely worth it. What an amazing piece of cinema. It's so chaotic, but from the chaos of this movie, something really beautiful does emerge. And I don't necessarily understand the beauty of this movie, but there is something beautiful about the kind of the mythological feeling that this film has, and the story has, and these characters. So anyway, I'm still thinking about it. And I'm still just trying to process it and figure out what is going on. And I haven't seen anybody else's reviews on it, so I should probably check them out and see what other people are saying about this as well. But for now, the best thing I could say is that the performances are absolutely worth checking out simply for the performances alone. But overall, it is a really entertaining film, and there's a lot to think about. So you definitely would get your money's worth, because the substance in this movie is way more than the substance of most films that you will probably see throughout this entire year. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know if you have seen it. I would love to hear your thoughts about it, and I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.
With my heart's desire.